Yo, with the funk, we love bringing things together, and everybody feels good when they learn about new cultures, new food, and we are talking about the Japanese culture right now. Incredible food, incredible storytelling and creativity. From Godzilla as a political statement in the 50s, to anime, to manga, to the way that they just do things right. They also have one of the best takes in the world on the fried chicken sandwich. So this is the Katsu Sando. For our Sando, we're gonna actually make a little bit of a slaw to put on there so we have some crunch as well as the crunch from the chicken itself. So we're gonna put in about a half cup or so of red cabbage, 4 green onions, about a 1/4 cup to a 1/3 cup of shredded carrots. We're gonna get that stirred up. We've got 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Then we've got a dash of lime juice and fresh pickle juice. Well, it's not really fresh because it's been pickled. Dash of crushed red pepper. The heat brings out the other flavors. About a teaspoon of garlic powder, a dash of salt and pepper. We're gonna stir this up and then put it in the fridge. Let the flavors can kind of get to know each other a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Now, we love the melting pot of this great nation, and particularly the melting pot in the kitchen. It's a collision course of different flavors, people, and styles that make the world a better place. One of the things that we love are different takes on the same things that you have around the world. So this is Kewpie, AKA Japanese mayo. A little bit sweeter, a little bit fattier. If you can't find this, you can use regular mayonnaise, just make sure it's full fat. And then we're also gonna add in, we've got about a half cup of that Japanese mayo, and we're gonna add in about a 1/3 cup of Japanese barbecue sauce. If you can't find that, you can use teriyaki sauce, but it's thinner than our typical barbecue sauce, and it's got a little bit of a different bite, some umami flavors to it that just add up. This is gonna be the mayonnaise for our sandwich. So stir it up and then just put it in the fridge. The chicken we're gonna use are gonna be chicken thighs. They're thinner, and we like the fatty flavor to them. You can use chicken breast too, and we're gonna roll these guys out in a second. But our sandwich is actually gonna be made with milk bread. Milk bread is as it sounds. It's like regular bread, except the moisture, instead of using water when they're baking it, they use milk, and it creates this fluffier, cool component to it. So to make this right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the crust off of each slice of bread to make a square. Then we're gonna roll our chicken out and make it the same shape, because the shapes are kind of cool. It's the stylistic approach besides the flavor that also makes Japan food awesome. So we're gonna roll it out between some saran wrap, some cling wrap, and get it flat. The reason why we want it flat is the thinner it's gonna be, it's gonna cook faster and give us more of a crunch too. We flattened our chicken out, and what we're gonna wanna do is cut it closely to the size of the bread. So for this piece, I'm just gonna cut off an end piece here. So we have a square end, and then another part of the end piece there. Now we're gonna get frying. Time to bread up this fantastic chicken. What we're gonna do and what we learned was put it in the flour and let it sit in the flour for 3 to 4 minutes. And this helps it really get into it, and then it allows for like a little bit of a tighter, crunchier crust. So we're gonna put a couple of them in there and just let it sit in the flour for a few minutes. While our chicken is resting, let's talk about the breadcrumbs. We're using panko breadcrumbs. This is a crustless white bread that becomes more airy and allows for a different crunch than the typical breadcrumbs you use. So we're gonna take it, put it in an egg wash, put it into our panko, and then drop it into oil that's around 350 for 45 minutes so we're golden brown on both sides. Now we're ready for the Katsu Sando, which katsu means cutlet in Japanese culinary terms. So the Sando we like because it sounds like a sandwich, but also that sounds like a super cool villain in like an anime thing or like a giant robot, Katsu Sando. Or it's a code name for like an action figure, so we like it all of it. So we're gonna put one of these beautiful panko encrusted chicken cutlets. Then we're gonna take a little scoop of our slaw that we had. And finally, on the top of our milk bread, we're gonna spread that Japanese barbecue sauce and mayo mix. And now we've got the Katsu Sando. Crunchy, fluffy, light at the same time. Great balance of all the flavors. Spatchcock Funk, from Tokyo to your house.